This is Lena George for Poppy and Seed, and I'm going to give you an introduction to tapping. So tapping is a form of energy psychology. What we're doing is we're tapping on the meridian points, the same ones that are used in acupuncture, while we voice certain statements. And these statements are usually about things that might be triggering some sort of emotional or physical distress in the body. So we trigger it with the words, and then we tap on these meridian points with our fingertips. And the tapping sends a calming signal through the connective tissue in the body to that part of the brain that's responsible for the fight-flight response, the brain stem and the amygdala for the emotions. And essentially what happens is that stress response gets triggered by the words, and the calming response neutralizes it. So the brain says, okay, here's that stressful situation. And wait, there's actually nothing wrong. I'm not in any danger. So the calming signal wins out. The brain says, oh, you know what? We mislabeled this stressful situation. So now it's no longer stressful. So you can bring it up. You can think about those things. It's not like you've forgotten all about it. It hasn't been erased from your memory. All that happens is we've neutralized the emotional or physical reaction. So I'll show you the tapping points. It's a really simple process. You're going to tap with 2 or 3 fingers. It's just like a light drumming with your fingertips. And you're going to start with the inside edges of your eyebrows right here. And I tend to alternate, which you can either tap at the same time. I just tend to alternate. And then you're going to tap on the outside edges of your eyebrows. And then it's under the eyes, right on the bone. And you'll notice that some of the spots might feel more sensitive. They're called tender spots sometimes. And then right under the nose and in the crease of the chin, we're going to be saying about 1 statement per spot. And then this one's right on the bottom side of the collarbone, kind of towards the middle. You'll feel like a little horseshoe right there of the opening, almost like you're trying to tap on the inside bottom of the collarbone. Great. And then on the sideline of the body, right around where a woman's bra strap would be, tapping right there. And then on the same horizontal, in the very front of the body, almost where the ribs seem to stick out the most. Tapping right there. And then we're going to tap the wrists together. I kind of tend to make a little half circle with my wrists to tap all the parts of the wrist together. And then on the top of the head, I'll just usually tap with my fingertips and make a kind of tap all around the top of my head, but you can use a flat hand, you can tap in the same spot the whole time, whatever feels best for you. And then that's it. You can shake it out for a moment. The most important thing with tapping is to tune into how you're feeling, letting my words act simply as a guideline, where you are being directed a little bit, but mostly tuning into your intuition, tuning into what feels right for you. So if my words don't feel quite right for you, just modify them on your own. You can repeat me and simply tune into your internal state, or you can even change the words as it suits you. So we're going to start with what's called the setup statement. And it's actually right here. If you hold your hands together like this, and then you twist. It's called the karate chop point. So if you can imagine you're chopping something with the fleshy sides of your palms, it's right like that. And you can tap like this, or you can even just tap on one side with your fingertips, whichever feels right for you. Good. And what we always do in tapping, we set a SUD scale. It's called a subjective unit of discomfort scale. And it just helps us track our progress through the tapping process. So at the beginning, we'll set a scale. Let's say we're tapping on how I'm feeling right now. And you'll rate it from 0 to 10, whichever direction you want to go. 10 being, I feel extremely this way, and 0 being, I don't feel this way at all. So you'll set that SUD scale at the very beginning and start the rounds of tapping with the setup statement. And then we'll finish off a round, close our eyes, take a moment and assess our SUD scale once again, and then we'll keep going. And ideally we want to get to whichever direction we're moving in, either the 0 or the 10. So we'll just keep tapping until we get there. And that's it. That's the basic setup for tapping. So here, I'll explain to you a little bit about the setup statement, and we'll run through it one time, just kind of showing you an example of how tapping looks and feels. So you're going to say a setup statement. It starts to kind of give the title of this whole round of tapping. So we start off by saying, even though, and you'll just repeat after me. And again, using the words as a guideline, repeating whatever feels right for you and honoring your own sense of what's right for you. So even though I feel this way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So even though I feel this way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So even though I feel this way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good. And then we'll shake it out, and we'll use what's called a reminder phrase as we tap through all the different tapping points. So it'll look something like this. Even though I feel this way, this is how I feel. Feeling this way. I've been feeling this way. Feeling this way. And even though I feel this way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel this way, this is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. Good, and that's it. An introduction to tapping. It's as simple as that. And again, the most important thing is to tune into however you're feeling.